Yo, welcome back to my channel. We're out here in nature today. It's a little cold out, so here we are. Today's video is being a spiritual woman. Today's topic is being a spiritual woman in the modern world, the adversities that we can face, and the manipulations that come with the label of being spiritual. So yeah, let's get into it. There's many topics and many levels that we can dwell into that I've experienced, that I can share my knowledge on. Anything from dating to work to being creative to being social and stuff like that. So I think the biggest thing is feeling, oh, you can see my tripod in my glasses. Okay. Anyway, I think the biggest thing is feeling used. It's feeling used because, okay, being spiritual is like a label in the society. You know what I mean? You're Catholic, you're Christian, you're into the esoteric arts. When people learn this, I think people try to use our knowledge and our creative abilities to their advantage for free, a lot of the times. And this is why we have to become protected and have to become knowledgeable on our value. Like, we are valuable and we have the right to receive payment for our service. And if you want to read cards, if you want to read charts, if you want to just share your mentorship of spirituality and how we can live in this world being spiritual, you can charge for that, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're exchanging all the hardships you went through to even twist them into a reality of being a lesson. You learned it enough. Now you have like that, it's like a pin, you know, you learn the lesson and now you can teach it. But if you don't learn it, then you're really just teaching falsehood. Just experiences that I've grown to evaluate and say, wow, that was something, all right, you know. So I feel like rushed and pressured to get the message out. So I'm just gonna try to kind of relax and share what it is I'm trying to talk about today. I think that when people learn your likes, the way that you live life, and how you experience joy in life, they make a decision. I'm interested in knowing this person further, or I'm gonna distance myself because I'm not interested. Cool? So, like I said, this is in every area of life, in work, at jobs, also in dating and friendships. And let's get into examples, I guess, that I've lived through. So we don't come to this earth super evolved. We don't come as, I'm this and I'm ready to be this. Like, no, we all start out as babies, as novices, and we grow into the adults and souls that we're prepared to be in this lifetime. I think there's a lot of discouragement when we're younger. At least when I was growing up, there's a lot of discouragement to be creative and to be in a soul's essence. Like, we're supposed to morph into these like matrix-ass people, neo-morphosis, whatever. Yeah, like, it was a cookie cutter thing back in the day. Back when I was in school, it was like, we're all gonna go to college and become any profession from A to C, and those are the only professions out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything creative was kind of out of the question. But now, as we merge into like the new era of technology and stuff, there's so much more availability. Anyway, that's a whole different topic, sorry. Okay, back to the job thing. So yeah, we become, you know, I've not always been a butterfly. I've been a caterpillar too. So I've been in times of jobs that I'm like, okay, I need a job because I need to survive. I'm not keenly aware of my power. Let me do what everybody else does to survive in the society, which is get a job to make money. And I think when you're doing something out of making money, without like a clear purpose or clear soul, there becomes a lot of discrepancy, because people, even if you're not in tune or not, you can read energy. You can read when someone's desperate. You can read when someone's unclear about the vision, and when they're in that vibration, they're at a lower state, so you can be easily manipulated, right? So let's say this job originally was paying, I don't know, a salary of $56,000 a year. You go in there not knowing your worth, not knowing your value. This person's gonna play you. I'm so sorry. They're gonna play you. They're gonna say, okay, like this happened to me, and this was so, first of all, it's against the law, and second of all, it is so like I felt violated. I had an interview when I lived in New York City at Audi, and I went in there because I've worked in the car world before, so I was like, cool, I like Audi, let me apply. And this guy, the guy who interviewed me, I was in there for like an hour, and he's asking me all these personal ass questions like, oh, so what brings you to New York? How old are you? What does your husband do? And like I said, you're not at your highest capacity or your highest level of power, so you're like, what the heck? Like, you're kind of taking what you can get. That was wrong. Like, that had nothing to do with the job, but he read the energy, he took advantage, you know what I mean? So, I didn't get the job. I don't know. It's like we have to be very, very clear, not even as women, not even as spiritual beings, but as humans, as what we want, so that we don't get fucked over. Because if you put yourself, we have free will, and we're humans. Like, we can drive anywhere, we can walk anywhere. If you put yourself somewhere you're not supposed to be, and you force yourself to be there, the only way that you can leave is when something like happens that forces you out. And we don't want to force against the laws of nature, against all universal laws. We don't want to do that. So, I faced some pretty messed up situations in work when I'm not supposed to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not supposed to be working as this character when I'm far evolved from that, or not even sure why I want to make $55,000 a year. You know? Anyway, that's one whole area. And then another area of life is like friendships and relationships and getting to know people in social circles. I don't know, back to the label thing. I think once people hear about you being spiritual, they kind of want to dive into that topic through you, as if you were a teacher. Hold on. Anyway, they want to dwell, how is it? They want to dive into that topic through you, right? They're like, oh, she knows everything that I'm curious about. Instead of me doing the work, let me assume that I can go into this vessel of knowledge and see what she can offer me. That is the key to manipulation. That is the key. They want you. They're already thinking and plotting that you can offer them so much. What are they bringing you? What are they offering you? Usually it's nothing. Usually it is nothing. You know what I mean? And it's just when people learn, like, oh, she likes astrology. Oh, she likes tarot. Oh, she likes this and that and the third. Like, I'm going to use all those services. They are using you. You know what I mean? We have to have our guard up, because, like, yeah, we know so much because we're willing to do the work. We know when something is off in our body, in our system, in our atmosphere, in our whatever, and we are actually implementing the changes. Whereas these people who come to us just because of the label of a spiritual healer, a spiritual mentor, a guru, whatever, they're looking for answers, but nowhere did we sign up to be their guru. We didn't. They just learned through us for free. But baby, there's gurus out there making bands, like, charge for that shit. Don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Like, they're the ones seeking you. Get something out of them too. And this isn't you being low vibrational. This is you surviving on this planet. If that's your gift and that's your talent, then use it. You know what I mean? Make money off of it, because they're having an advantage off of you. So it should be an equal return. This is about balance. Life's about balance. You're giving to them. What are they giving to you? Make sure you're getting something in return, because if not, they're draining you. And that's what I've learned through people finding out, you know, what I'm into, like the cult arts or whatever. Like, that is so wrong, man. Anyway, so as we graduate from the cocoon, from the caterpillar to the butterfly, and we're more in our essence as a soul, which was, I think, what I I believe I grew into, then we start not only accepting better, but looking for better. And that's where it starts. We start looking to ourselves for answers and saying, okay, I'm lacking in this area of my life. Why is that? We start removing all the dust that held us back. Dusty people, dusty situations, dusty as mindsets. That's the biggest issue, I would say. And we start from within. We start creating the lavishness, the richness, the abundance, the purity, the color that we seek in the outer world within ourselves. And at that point, the universe has really no option but to reiterate this back to us, but to reflect this back to us. So it really has to start within. If you want a healthy relationship, you have to be healthy and caring and loving and supportive to yourself and to your dreams, and to nurture everything that you want to see bloom, because that's the only way that you'll find someone supportive of you as well. Yeah, I guess I just used to feel a lot of guilt and like shame for wanting to charge for everything, but it's like, if you want to know, you're gonna have to give something back too, you know what I mean? I don't know, there's just so much I could talk about in this, and I usually like to keep my videos short, so I guess not today. Who was it? Sadhguru said, being spiritual in this world is considered a disability. And I think that that's true. I think that people think we just spend all day meditating, manifesting, whatever. Sure, that's part of it, but I think a huge part of it is also implementing it in the real world, and through small acts too. It's driving in the traffic and not getting agitated when someone is in their own world, speeding, weaving through traffic. It's just making sure that you're safe and the people around you are safe in that traffic, because at the end of the day, what matters is it's your safety, it's your life, you know, being in good health, and not rushing against some man-made timeline. Like, you'll get there when you get there. It's that, to me, so spiritual, is being aware of your surroundings, is knowing that the world doesn't revolve around you, but it's knowing that the world is working for you. These girls who are having fun at this park, they're playing their speaker, and I'm filming a video, but I'm not upset that they're also living. This park is free. It's a public park, you know what I mean? Like, everything is exactly as it's meant to be, and you're just a piece of the puzzle. You know, you have your own world, and it's your job to make sure it's not chaos. It's your job to make sure it's not in ruins all the time. If it is, check your mentality. So I think it just goes so beyond, like, people see us as put together. People see us as having these answers, and in some manner of, it's a matter of fact that sometimes we do, but it's not our job to fix other people's lives or to fix their mindsets, unless you negotiated a contract or something and said, okay, I will do this for you under these terms and conditions, but not because you want me to. You know what I mean? It's like, let people do their own work. So, I don't know. And I think also, like, we can't just say that we're spiritual because we meditated once. Like, I don't know. It's just about being true to you. Like, sometimes people kind of reflect what they think of themselves, and they try to put it onto you, but you are so surpassed that you don't take offense to it, and you don't try to correct them, and you don't try to teach them. You can't teach them if you have the energy for it. And at my age, I'm only 23, and I sometimes am so fed up with adults diminishing themselves and trying to show you that you're not worthy because they haven't achieved their goals. It's like, your life has really nothing to do with mine. I'm here to teach myself and grow, and if I inspire you along the way, then cool. But, you know what I mean? I don't know.